Welcome to South Florida, the bottom of the clip of the Gunshine State. One of them boys still blowing in that way. Big plate, get it for the 18 if you straight. Get cake and stop hating, it's the motto of the state. A lot of fakes, but it's still real around here. That foreign talk, that can get.
Alright, man, we back. Crib Talk, Caneville. Shout out to Edge, man, best tasting energy drink in the world. Go to liquorsplit.com, order you some alcohol, and they'll give you an Edge free one time. Best tasting energy drink in the world, Edge. Shout out to them. Listen, this is the day after the debacle. Miami, Michigan State, like a tale of two different halves, sort of, kind of like Miami implodes at the end of the game. And what's your feelings on the game, X?
You know, I remember I walked out. When soon as they got
right before Tyreek Stevenson got bombed.
Well, I was walking out when he got bombed, and then I heard the woo, and I was like, dang, another one. You know, at this point, man, I think that, yeah, like you say, two different halves. You know, the first half, man, you see Miami, we fighting, we causing everything. We making all the wrong mistakes where we can't capitalize and win the game. We dropping touchdown passes. We're missing blocks, missing tackles, open field tackles, and at this point, we 3 games in. I think I'm already ready to get the older guys out of the way. Y'all got to get out of the way because they're not making the plays. You've been in 5-6 years, you're not making the plays. Then you don't need to be on the field, and that's coming from quarterback all the way to center, to receivers, to linebackers, defensive linemen, the safety, corners, all of them. Like, if you're not going to make the play, show the effort to play, you don't need to be on the field.
What you say to people that say, because about Tuesday or Wednesday, the talk going to be, we can still win the ACC.
So
what do you say to people who say that, like Manny say, our goals are still in front of us?
I don't even know what to say. Apparently it's true because Pittsburgh lost yesterday.
Here we go.
Virginia lost to North Carolina. I think Virginia Tech lost to West Virginia. So, yeah, the goal is there, but the way you went playing, it's no chance. It's like we can't tackle. We got 66 missed tackles in 3 games.
66 missed tackles?
66 missed tackles in 3 games. 30 yesterday.
That boy was running through. We knew he was coming. They didn't start off feeding him. You know what I'm saying? But when they started feeding him in the second half, he was running. Running through our tackles.
You could see. I don't know if it was the endurance of the third and fourth quarter because it looked like they just didn't want to hit him.
Yeah.
So now you see they start to reach their arms out. He's gonna run through that, but that has a lot to do with coaching.
Yeah.
Tackling the damn donut. I'm tired of it. Just get rid of the donut. Throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Go give it to a little league team who needs that. That's what they need. We need tackling.
Tackling who, each other?
Yes.
In practice?
Yes. Iron sharpening iron. You know, if you're going to tackle somebody in the game, tackle them doing practice. You know what I'm saying? All this, let's go soft because we don't want players to be hurt or injured for the game. Yeah, well, they not doing so good during the game. So you got to get back to fundamentals, man.
Kenneth Walker, 27 carries, 172 yards. At one point, he was averaging 7 yards a carry, I think. We knew he was coming.
Man, I made a stat. I say, man, Michigan State averaged 553 yards of offense. And everybody laughed because they were like, man, look who they played. Well, they played you on yesterday.
How many yards they had?
About 480, something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we shorted them from 553, but... And I say we stop the run. Somehow we're going to make that quarterback look like a Heisman Trophy. Quarterback has, 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, something like that?
Yeah.
Like, wow.
The defense played decent in the first half. The offense doesn't get going. Like it's like it don't get off.
And the offense was moving. Just couldn't score.
The first drive they were moving, and then King fumbles the ball.
King fumbles the ball. Bam. We get it back. King throws the ball in the middle of the field. They're playing the cover 1 deep third. You never throw the ball in the middle of the field. I don't even know.
You talking late in the game?
No, that was in the first half, I think, when he threw the interception, right?
Was it?
The first one. When he threw it in the middle of the field and the receiver's running, he's on the outside. You got to throw it to his outside back shoulder where nobody else can get the ball.
Right.
He throws it in the middle of the field, interception.
Right.
Will Mallory drops a touchdown. I mean,
wow.
how? In the end zone. Will Mallory. Zion missed a block yesterday where I think King, that was the fumble. It just seemed like, man, our star players was off yesterday, man.
King was 38 for 59. He threw the ball 59 times.
59 times.
I ask you this: when Dwayne Wade was with Miami, right? I think he led the team in turnovers, right? And you lead the team in turnovers, you think it's bad, but sometimes it's because he always had the ball in his hand. He ain't shaking his head because he's a point guard. You know where I'm going with this. King threw the ball 59 times. Should we expect there to be an interception or a fumble in there somewhere?
Yeah, but by you saying he threw the ball 59 times, now I'm deep thought. I'm thinking, why is he throwing the ball 59 times?
Because Cam rushed 11 times for 44 yards.
Okay, but no, why? Okay.
And I think they knew that we only had Cam, and you can't get Cam hurt. Now, you know about the block for King, so I guess they just went pass heavy. Like, man, we're going to go pass heavy and not lean on the run.
But not, I mean, I'm not even thinking like that. I'm thinking, why is he throwing the ball 59 times? Are you trying to force King to be a quarterback in the NFL or something?
No. I think
that thought right
Look at it like this. Nah,
I'm looking at it like
this. We got Cam Harris, right?
Okay.
And then the backup, Cody Brown. Never played in a college football game ever.
Okay. But you recruited him to come to your school, though.
Right. So I think they came in saying we're gonna put the ball in King hands, and we're gonna live or die with him. You know what I'm saying?
Most of King runs run RPOs. Why we not running RPOs then? If you're gonna run, why he don't run the RPO? Most of his runs are broken plays.
No. When I say put it in his hands, throw it 59 times. I think we're gonna put the game on him. This game on him.
Okay, but
and
throw
then
the
now
ball
we got
59
one more game,
times.
and then we get Rooster back.
I don't know. I mean, last week he threw the ball a lot too. It won
59 times.
Yeah, it won 59 times. But I'm just thinking, like, why would you want your quarterback to throw the ball 59 times? If you're going to put it in his hands, he can do RPOs. Mm-hmm. He got, give him 15 carries on RPOs.
He rushed the ball 12 times.
But they're not RPOs. They're broken coverages where he just take off and run. They're not RPOs. You can tell the difference with RPO. Okay.
So when he runs, sometimes it's like a drop back in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like it's on him. It's not. Oh, it's a run play. But you can either get to the running back or the quarterback keep it. I'm gonna drop back and I'm gonna take off.
Rambo 12 for 156. Average 13 yards, 28 long. He had 2 touchdowns.
All that came in like the first half.
King to Rambo showed up yesterday, and I don't know if he saw something he saw. But they made adjustments in the second half. And that boy picked that thing off. He always picked one off when the second half started, then he picked it off in the fourth quarter to get that last touchdown. They adjusted to what they were doing. But King to Rambo, is there anything there? Like, you think we could build on that?
Yeah, build on it. Rambo is probably he's our possession receiver. So King basically says he's the guy I'm going to throw the ball to because he's the one that's going to catch the ball. Keyshawn Smith, I don't know if they got him running the wrong routes. Like, I don't want Keyshawn running a 5-yard in, or I want Keyshawn running the go route, the one.
Right.
And it's like they doing the opposite. You know what I'm saying? They got probably the fast receiver running the little 5-yard ends and comebacks, and he catch the ball, he gets tackled immediately.
Right.
No, Rambo catching the ball. And even with Romelo, they catch the ball. You can see they could break a little tackle and gain extra yards. Like, them type of receivers who should be running them routes.
My surprise with Rambo was that he would catch the ball, do that boy in. The boy couldn't even tackle him, but he didn't have no, like, he didn't have no, like, Yeah, there was no.
No get up after he kicked
Yeah,
the ball.
what's the word? Like there was no explosion.
Oh, no explosion. Okay.
Yeah. And that was the weird thing to me because it was 1-on-1. The boy couldn't tackle him. But it was like he didn't have no explosion to get out there and make a real play. He had a heck of a game yesterday. But it's a lot of problems, dog.
It's a lot of problems.
A lot of problems.
I mean, it's major. When how many carries Cam had?
11.
Cam had 11 carries, so he telling me he's the only running back that touched the ball yesterday. But you bring in Cody Brown in the game, I don't even think you put the ball in his.
Harley had one. Brashad Smith had one. They called it back.
They called Brashad Smith one back. That was a horrible play.
Brashad Smith got some yards on the play though.
He got the first down and they called it back. It was I guess they called blocking in the back and the guy.
That's one. We got the young guys in the game yesterday. Jacoby George doesn't dress.
Yeah, he dressed. He dresses his home games.
Just ain't playing yet.
Yeah, he just ain't playing.
Young guys got to play yesterday. They did, other than Leonard Taylor. Young guys got to play, so that's one positive about it. We got to see Brinson go out there.
Man, the one play on defense, man, it shows you a difference of players. It shows you a difference of determination. Where I think Michigan State broke. Mm-hmm. Remember, man, you discussed it yesterday. Michigan State broke, and James Williams runs him down, and then he gets the horse collar.
Right.
They throw the flag, but that's a good play because James Williams I'm not gonna let you score. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The other guys letting guys run. They letting them run and score.
Now he saved the touchdown.
And you see the determinations from the differences. And like I say, man, I think it's look, I'm on camera right now saying I don't want to see these elder guys on the field no more. Like let them sit the bench and come in late in the fourth quarter when we win.
Elder like who? Who you talking about?
Seniority. Like I don't know if y'all want me to call out the numbers.
You talking about all of them? Cause you want to see King sit down?
No, King is our quarterback. But I don't want King to play this week.
No.
We play Central Connecticut. He shouldn't play this week.
You don't think
let him get rest because we play Saturday, then we got to come back and play on that Thursday. Let King rest.
What if I say they may need continuity? Like they may need to go out there and play and get some confidence.
Let King rest. You want confidence? Let your two young quarterbacks play. Cause guess what? King is hurt, but he's forcing himself out there. He's willing himself out there to play. You know, I'm not saying he's going to get hurt severely, but he might could get that one hit. He's out the game now.
Why do you think he's hurt?
I mean, he just the way he's throwing the ball, the way he's running, he's getting hit in positions where it's not normal for quarterbacks. You know, like I play a quarterback, you get hit certain times, you're like, boy, yeah, I'm hurting, but we get out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we seen when he ran off the field that you run off the field for some reason.
Went to the locker room.
Yeah,
he went to the locker room. We got back real fast though.
Right back, cause we ended up getting the ball.
I thought Zach was going in the game.
Man, he's on the sideline warming up, and as you know, I'm like, oh damn, King is in the huddle.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. He got back real fast. What you feel should happen to Manny?
My personal feel, I think Manny needs to go.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he needs to go because he's not holding himself accountable. Every week is this politically correct.
I didn't watch it. What did he say?
I ain't even watch it this week, but I'm just, the first 2 weeks is some political correct crap that he keep. Alabama does this to everybody. For a head coach to say that.
South Carolina coach said something similar last night.
South Carolina, come on.
They got 5 stars. He said something similar like that last night. They got 5 stars.
Man, that's South Carolina. Then we go play Appalachian State. Oh, they're a good team. They're beating everybody. They're playing. What? Like you a head coach? You supposed to say, man, we shit at the bed.
Right.
Like we lost is on us. We got to go out there and do a better job. And it shouldn't be who we played. Right. It's us.
So you think Manny should get fired?
Yeah, I think he need to go.
That's everybody now. It might be T-Rob, DVD,
the homies,
Cooley,
man. The homies on the staff, I love y'all, man. But one thing about it, man, if you running an organization, man, and the top guy is bad, it's gonna trickle down to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I don't want them to lose their jobs.
Right.
But y'all under this man's supervision. You know what I'm saying? If he's not getting the job done, of course everybody's gonna be.
I had somebody say to me on live the other day, Streeter man, Manny must be paying you, dog, which is surface goofy thinking, right? I took my glasses off because I'm gonna talk to the people. There's a reason why I say what I say. Yesterday, when I was watching it at the end and it fell apart, I felt like, oh, if they were gonna fire him, this may be a time to do it. But I also started thinking that I've always said I don't want him fired. I don't want him fired, and it's gonna be days like this if he's gonna stay here. People who don't
explain to them why you don't want him fired. Though.
People who don't understand what I'm saying. This is my problem. I'm gonna put it another way. I don't want them to change the coach until they fix the problem at UM above him. More has to be fixed than just changing coaches. Obviously.
Blake James, man.
The more has to be fixed. The administration has to be fixed because I asked the question yesterday what SEC school would have hired Manny when it was time to hire Manny? We went a little further this morning. What ACC school would have hired Manny to be their head coach? And it's not an indictment on Manny, right? It's not Manny's fault that he's unqualified. I think he's a good guy. I love to hear him talk. Sometimes he get me fired up. You know what I'm saying? It's not his fault that he's unqualified to be at Miami playing Bama on national TV. It's not his fault. But whose fault is it? Because no SEC school would have hired him as their head coach 3 years ago. No ACC school would have hired him as their head coach. But we did. So what are we? Huh?
Mediocre.
What are we? Best red velvet cheesecake I ever taste. SynergySweets.com. Go find out for yourself, bro. Right. So
we the school that
the people that hired him, either they're in touch with what's going on, or they don't care.
Just call us the give a coach an opportunity in school. That's what we are.
Right. Either they're in touch with what's going on, or they don't care. Somebody say, well, Mark Richt, it was a suggestion from Mark Richt, right?
Mark Richt. I mean, yeah, because Mark Richt, obviously, he got burnt out, man. Probably could have still been the head coach if he decides to just say, okay, man, I'm going to let somebody run my offense. My son is not it. Although Manny leaves for Temple, you can still go out there and search for a pretty good defensive coordinator.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, to run your defense. And that could have been that could have solved the whole issue right there. Mark Richt gets burnt out after we lose the bowl game. Retires. Basically, hey, you know, Manny Diaz is still in town, man. He got to leave tomorrow to go back to Temple.
Right.
Y'all need to get y'all negotiating going right now.
Right, and I think that was kind of guilt from Mark Richt, like saying, listen, man, I got to get out of here, but we left you straight. Manny around the staff. He's ready to be the head coach.
Yeah, man, he gonna basically keep everything the same. He'll bring in some new offensive guys.
Right.
Defense gonna stay the same, which is what I guess they say. Well, as long as the defense stay the same, we're okay. You know what I'm saying? The defense is good, and Manny Diaz knows how everything's running. You know what I'm saying? He's been to Texas, Mississippi State, a couple other little small schools, but he knows at least what Mark Richt was trying to accomplish. Again, he's a first-time head coach, which was the wrong hire. After Mark Richt wants to retire, you got to go after somebody who has that experience at a big program.
And stop right there. That's my issue. We've watched this hiring thing happen. I think I've seen it happen 4 times. We've watched this thing happen. We watched somebody get hired. And if you start thinking back, the Coker thing was in-house, lazy. The Randy Shannon thing was in-house, lazy. Even though we all love Randy and we felt Randy deserved the job.
I mean, at that point, we thought he earned it.
Yeah.
We thought he earned it.
Right.
But you can look at it like this. When Urban Meyer leaves Ohio State, he gives it to Ryan Day. but they're already at this level. He can't do nothing but keep it going.
What you mean?
Ohio State was already at its high level
Right.
when Urban Meyer was left.
Right.
Ryan Day can't do nothing but keep it
It'll
going.
take a minute to crash it.
Same with Oklahoma coach.
Looks like it's crash.
Same thing. What's the Oklahoma coach name? When Stoops left, their coach, he could do nothing but keep it going. He elevated actually.
It could crash.
It could crash.
Coca.
I mean, but it took Coca years for it to crash though.
It's going to take years.
It took years for it to crash.
It's going to take years, and that's what I'm saying. Once the machine is rolling, but
hiring Randy Shannon, the program was already crashed. It was done. It was trying to get back there. So hiring Randy Shannon was like, we wanted that hire because we felt he earned it.
We all wanted Randy to hire.
He did. Granted, he earned it. He earned it. He deserved it. But it was a lazy hire. It was a lazy hire.
Understand what I'm saying? All those are emotions, right?
Yeah.
Think about the business of what UM is doing. They don't ever have to listen to us. They ain't got to listen to Martin Rick. You know what I'm saying? Think about the business. So they went Coker. Run them down. They went Coker. Then they went
Shannon. Then Golden. Rick, then Diaz.
Then Rick, then Diaz. None of them guys have been head coaches except
Mark Rick.
No. I'm talking about since they left here. Coker went to East Louisiana.
No, Coker, Texas, University
Texas,
Texas,
Sisters of the Blind or some shit. Hey, he's the only one to be a head coach. Can we just think about that for a minute? Everybody a moment of silence. You know what I'm saying? Let's just think about that for a minute. The last 4 head coaches we hired never been head coaches again. That don't. What I'm saying is, let Manny chill until they figure out what they're trying to do with football in Miami. Because what I just explained will happen again.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I think y'all are looking on the surface at what I'm saying and saying, hey, should you still want to get Manny more time? I think y'all emotionally just want to say, get the man fired, get him out of here, and then you walk into what process? Because I'm going to be right here with this process going on when y'all start rolling out these names. What's the names, X? Lane Kiffin. Go get Mario Cristobal. The guy at Coastal Carolina.
Mark Stoops.
Like, when y'all start rolling out these names and these rumors start coming out and
at least them names.
Jim Harbaugh's brother want to come back to college.
At least them names of coaches who coach, they coaching their programs already. You know what I'm saying? At least it's not like we just hired
their wish list. Their wish list. That's all it is. It's no different from me looking at TV like, boy, I take them in this order. Lisa Ray, Beyonce. That's all they are. You know what I'm saying? They're a wish list that never happened. John Gruden was coming.
I don't even know who started that rumor.
But the crazy part is, if you listen to Luke talk, which y'all think he's crazy, and I think he's a genius. I don't care what y'all think. He tells us about people who want to come here.
I know he said Lane wanted
Lane said Lane. He said the guy from Cleveland called him.
What guy from Cleveland?
Cleveland ex-head coach.
Eric Bieniemy.
I forget his name.
Bieniemy. Yeah, I think it's Bieniemy.
No. The ex head coach of Cleveland that got fired, who was on I can't think of his name right now.
Mario was in the bag before they hired Diaz. Mario was in the bag.
They didn't take any of these people. Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson.
He said Hugh Jackson called him and said he'll come here for free. He was probably just talking, but he was getting paid from the Browns. He probably just talking, but he's saying these people have interest. And okay, Miami may think, I don't know, maybe Miami, let's not listen to Luke. But if there's people out there with interest, there's people we want them to hire, and they don't touch none of them. They just go get. They make up what they want to make up.
They going to get somebody who they can control, who's going to say all the political correct things, who's going to keep our school from being thuggish. We don't want that no more. Manny Diaz his dad was a politician, so he has it all in his blood. You see after every post game, everything he says like it's political. Our school, the kids are graduating, they're not in trouble. We fine with that. We perfectly fine with that. They don't care nothing about getting on the field and blowing teams out and winning games.
So I see the big picture. I always say it all the time. When I became the media, I was able to separate my fandom somehow, and I could see UM for what they were, and I was able to see that UM has been mediocre for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it all started when Donna Chanel, I don't even want to say her name, when she came, man.
It's been 20 years since
20.
since Ohio State called that pass interference, right? We haven't been good since then, right? We haven't been.
I mean, 2004 was our last 10-win season. Before that, it was, yeah. I mean, after that was 17, so.
We've seen, okay, Alabama led college football for one point in time back in the days, right?
Yeah,
Then they win in the dunk.
Yeah.
Then they win in the dunk.
When black players started going to other schools.
Then they win in the dunk. Then they hired the right guy, and he came back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you see a school that's invested in Alabama.
Right.
They invested in their football program. They saying,
Right.
man, and it's not the first time I've been told this. I've been told this by a bunch of people. Nothing happens to Alabama without it going through Nick Saban. I'm talking about players getting in trouble, whatever. The whole city, the whole state relies on Nick Saban. Nick Saban he can run for governor or you know what I'm saying, and be governor the next day if they want him to.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
UM is not there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just know that I just explained something, and if y'all need to write it on paper to remember what I just explained, because what y'all saying is that, man, get Manny out of here. Let's put it in Blake James' hand again.
I think you know,
and see what they come up with.
I think fans think like you could fix it immediately. By them firing Manny, it's gonna be a process again. Like you're gonna have to wait a couple of years to see the results. They thinking you can just hire Mario Cristobal and things gonna change tomorrow.
Right.
That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to dissect what's going on with that whole locker room, the whole university to
Right.
get it going in the right direction. And it's not gonna take a year or
Right.
2 years.
I think, listen, it was hard for me to watch the groups, the boards yesterday. It was hard for me to watch when I was live, to see people in the comments and the different comments, because it's keen to some people. To some people, it's the running game. To some people, they're saying the running game is the reason King doing this. To some people, like, and they're calling out all of these things, right? It's the missed passes. It's and the only thing I could think of is this. I was in two situations in my life where I saw somebody come in and, well, I saw structure. When I was at Norland, and Sergio Rocco took a 4-win in Norland basketball team to number 1 in the state in 3 years. I saw what it took and the craziness it took for us to be structured. And when I went to the United States Marine Corps, and I saw how disciplined and structured it was, and how it had to be that way in order for somebody not to die. You know what I'm saying? That Michigan State team, 40 new players. Let's take a minute on that. 20 freshmen, 21 transfers. Let's take a minute on that before we start making all the excuses. He had 40 new players. How long has he been at Michigan State?
This is second year.
40 new players, his second year. When he would call a timeout, the entire defense would get off the bench and run to the field. Structure, discipline, and what needs to be in place. It starts here, people being held accountable, and it trickles the fuck down. That's why it's so many holes. Because that's why it's happening everywhere. Because it trickles down. And if somebody don't want to get with the program, you get out.
You gotta go, yeah.
You get out. That's what happens to kids that don't want to get with the program. You get out.
Yeah. I mean that's why I said you know, DS is not holding himself or the players accountable. Like that, like you say, like we call a timeout, you know what I'm saying? Or offensively, you know you play offense, why you not up here with us?
Right.
Same with the defense and or special teams. It's like,
and I know it seems small, right? It seems small to people, but I'm a 40-year-old dude. I've seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? It seems like a small thing, but it's not. It's not. It shows control. It shows discipline. It shows respect. And that's what it has to be when you're leading a bunch of men. You know what I'm saying? That's what it has to be. The person at top has to be strong. The discipline has to be there. And the structure has to be there. And you have to know if I step out of bounds, somebody gonna chop my foot off. That's what it has to be.
Yeah. I mean, you to lead a team, to lead a program like that, you got to be an alpha male. And Manny Diddy is not an alpha male at all. So that's not nothing personal against him, but he's just not an alpha male.
You either have to be, I don't know, alpha male or not. You have to be that, or you have to be
an alpha male.
You have to be a person that's going to hire, know what I'm missing, right? This is what I can't do. And I'm going to hire the dogs. When we was in Marine Corps boot camp, we had a senior drill instructor, right? And he had 3 drill instructors with him. All 3 drill instructors had different hats. We didn't realize it. One was crazy, one was a teacher, and the other was like a new one who was learning. But the senior drill instructor was like the coach, the head coach. And he would never really get on us or anything, you know what I'm saying? But he demanded respect from them, and they got it from us, and yada, 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 like that. He had, the 3 drill instructors was the team. You understand? They did the dirty work. You didn't have to get to him. They did the dirty work. The head coach has to know what he doesn't have. He has to know what the program needs, and then you hire it.
Yeah. You said it when you had Coach Rocco as your coach. Rocco, he was the drill sergeant, and then what he went and he went and hired guys.
Yeah, he was.
Y'all basically, and he hired guys who y'all was familiar with.
Yeah,
who understood that.
Right. Who understood
y'all
us.
had Coach Norm and them.
Right.
They understood because y'all all grew up playing with each other. Right. And they say, well, we going to keep the structure, but now we got a drill sergeant who finna put it, you know what I'm saying, in order.
Right. All right, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, share. We're going to be right back because this ain't over, though. This thing is fire, man. Check it out. But you can only get it from liquorsplit.com. Check the link in the description, man. Edge Energy drink, my dog. Friend of mine, Philip Buchanan, started talking on Twitter yesterday. Twan put it in the message board. Hey man, look, hey, Philip Buchanan talking.
He got the fan base going crazy.
And I went to go look at his Twitter, and what I saw was I didn't think he was just going off like there was almost just 3 people had his Twitter account and they all just putting something up there. And I hit him and I was like, boy, you on fire. And he basically just like, man, at this point, we gotta do what USC did to salvage the season. This guy tweeted USC best. It said USC greatest moments has came from when the coach, right after the coach got fired. The greatest moments in USC has came from right after when the coach got fired. Some of the best games, some of the best performances has came out of right after the coach get fired. They go out and play inspired football. This guy tweeted that. He was like, so maybe we just need to start just firing coaches throughout the season. He was joking.
I mean, don't even say USC. Well, I don't even know. Yeah,
what?
USC. I was gonna say after we fired Golden, then we go out there and play Duke and.
That was the next game?
Mysteriously come and we win the game with the Corn Elder, whatever play that was.
The fantasy play, right. So Blades is talking, Phillips is talking, Warren Sapp say we got a QB coach who
don't speak Spanish.
Warren Sapp said that on the radio. Warren Sapp,
I'm going to ask him some Spanish questions tomorrow, media zone. So.
Warren Sapp, can you come be on the show, man? We'd love to have you up here, dog. I just sit here and just let you just do whatever it is you do. The older players are talking now.
Lamar Thomas took a picture with a guy, man, and the guy was like, man, I'm blessed the fact that Lamar Thomas let me put the championship ring on, and Lamar Thomas said, yeah, man, good time. Good time to meet you, man, especially after watching this garbage. I'm like, oh.
So the older players are talking, but it's not what Philip Buchanan is saying. You got to respect what he's saying because he ain't just emotionally talking. He's talking from a standpoint of what he see.
Experience.
Right, what he see, and how those things get fixed, and he's putting it all on Twitter. Blade's the same thing. It was in a constructive way, almost as if there's a plan or a hashtag hire Ed Reed coming. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
We had legend Torrid Bain on the show.
Yeah.
He's saying the same thing. Last week we just had Earl Little.
Earl Little. That's about to drop. That's going to drop soon.
He's saying the same thing. It's they got a group chat. It's over 100 of them saying the same thing. And it's, like you said, it's not emotions. They coming from experience because they've seen what it takes.
Right.
And they've been fed up for a minute. And
they have.
I think now a lot of them are just saying, you know, hey man, let's go. We all talk at this one time. They gotta hear us. And I think that's what you're having now. A lot of them are speaking at one time, and it's finna create a noise in the boy that's trust his ear
because that's the power of social media. Last tweet, 22 comments, 30 retweets, 232 likes. This is crazy 3, but can we start fresh with this preseason game coming up this week, which allows us to have 2 weeks to make changes for 8 straight wins?
I mean, that's what I just say, man. Let King rest. You got to.
No. I think he means start fresh. I think he means.
Okay, you saying start fresh meaning let's go and have a
fire out. I think he means start fresh.
A battle for so each position is open for
I think he's talking about coaches. I think he's talking about from the top, start fresh. Yeah, but does not care about winning championships. From what I keep hearing personally, I've been seeing over the years. Unless you get lucky and go to the Patriots or a good team scheme wise. Well, let me see some of the stuff he said. He said, "This is not fair to the championship history that was built in the early '80s and the championship prideful standard UM fans. I feel y'all pain, and that's why I said what I said because it needed to be said again. This also hurt players' draft stock because the more L's, the more declining, which makes it harder to get a fair chance by being drafted higher than being drafted lower. That makes sense?
Yeah,
which shrinks the true opportunity and value to get more money." I knew what X was about to say. What you finna say?
I mean, losing ain't gonna hurt your draft stock. You getting on the field and not doing what you need to do, gonna hurt your draft stock.
He said the value to get more money up front to play longer in the NFL. Now this is all strategic, man. All strategic.
I mean, I've seen tweets. I've been seeing a bunch of the former Kings and knowing some of them. They tell me the same thing, and some of them maybe just be laughing like, "Yeah, man, that's you. I mean, you know, it is what it is, and you got to just take that now, man." But it's painful, man. It's painful. It's painful to watch the school, and then you turn on the TV and you're looking at other schools, and you're like, "Well, what?" Like, nah.
Are the older players not allowed on the sideline? Certain ones? Or?
I don't know. I don't even know I don't even know if they're not allowed because I seen yesterday the 91 team was there, so we take that out of account. But a lot of the former players are at the games.
Are they on the sideline?
No. Right now, a lot of them not gonna be on the sideline because especially COVID. COVID.
Yeah.
They very strict with that, but. Even that, like you would think a lot of them would come to the practices and stuff like that.
I think when they go to practice, they gotta stand in certain places.
Yeah, they gotta stand in certain places.
I mean, two things to that, man. I think for the resources that Miami don't have or not putting towards football to hire more coaches, like you see all these help people with these big schools, I think a strong coach could deal with older players being there, you know what I'm saying, sometimes as big brothers or whatever. Mark Rick allowed it, I think, because Mark Rick allowed it. I think you have to use the resources you have, bro, especially if you're UM and you're not pouring money into the program the way other programs are.
Yeah, if they can come out there the practices and, you know, just, hey, man, you know, I think you should do this a little better. Like, that's not a penalty. Yeah. So, if you ain't got to pay them to do it, then let them do it.
Right. Within whatever you guys are doing now. Even if, I mean, so that part right there, I think they have to utilize in recruiting and everything, because it's getting further and further away. These kids don't know. They don't know Miami being a winner. They don't know who. Like,
I mean, I think, you know what I'm saying? Some of the kids haven't watched the last championship game, but you know, some of them still hold on to Sean Taylor, Ed Reed. Like for some reason, they know them.
Right.
They know them guys. But we're not talking about them guys. We're talking about older.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We talk about from the 80s to the 91, which was the last one. I can guarantee you no kid that's 16, 17 right now knew a single player from the 91 team.
Right.
Which is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not crazy, but, you know, like, that was a good team.
Somebody said something to me about that 91 team. That was the first championship, right?
91?
Huh?
First in the 90s, yeah.
That was the first.
In the 90s.
When Snellenberger got here. When Snellenberger got here in the 80s, right?
Yes.
Snellenberger got here in the 80s.
No, Snellenberger got here in 70, I think it was 78 or something like that.
78 and he won when?
He won 83.
83. Somebody, an older head, said something to me about that team. He said Miami didn't have great players. He said they had a few good, real good guys. He said, but it wasn't loaded with talent.
Nah, remember Bain said it. Their best players was all freshmen. He had just recruited all their best players.
Snellenberger came from the NFL, put a structure in, got this shit together, and brought football to Miami.
Yeah.
It's structure, dog. It's structure and it's discipline. That's what it is.
Then when Snellenberger left, you got Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson come. He just had left Oklahoma State, I think. So, you know, he's not an NFL guy, but Jimmy came and Jimmy understood, well, look, I'm finna hire certain guys, bomb. I ain't gonna be in charge of the team. I'm gonna be in charge of the media. My players, y'all go out there win games. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna take care of everything off the field. Y'all ain't gotta worry about nothing.
Right.
But like Bain say, he held them accountable.
Right.
You know, this ain't no business trip because we going to play North Carolina AT&T.
Right.
Yeah, this ain't no business trip. No. This a business trip. This ain't no. We finna go have fun and party. No, we finna go and whoop them and then get back home. He held them accountable.
Where's recruiting at right now? I mean, what do you think 1-2 ugly loss yesterday does to recruiting?
It don't do much. You know what I'm saying? It's still early in the season. But it's a thing where a lot of the top recruits, man, all of them saying the same thing. They say, man, we want to see you on win.
Right.
You don't win, you don't get recruits. You know what I'm saying? You lose, recruits don't want to come. Basically, it's simple. So you don't gotta win. Recruits they still iron you on. You just gotta win.
They want to see them. They want to see
us win. You know what I'm saying? They want to see us win. They want to see us put players in position to get drafted, stuff like that. You got to give the players, you got to give recruits opportunity to say, yeah, man, I want to be a part of that.
Right. I just said Snellenberger won with a marginal team. You know what I'm saying? A national championship with a marginal team. Some people will say, well, how do we get it back if the recruits don't come here? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Is that type of argument. You know what I'm saying? If Snellenberger won a national championship, it's just with a team. We just got beat to death by a team with 40 new players. The answer is in your face. What comes first? You understand? And if you win, you get the
players coming.
You get the Najee Kellys, Brandon Ennis, Shamar Stewarts. If you win. So I'm gonna put that responsibility on you, Will. You feel me?
You win, they come.
Don't be asking to send my child if you can't do your part. Win. If you win, you're sitting in Tootsies. You're sitting in the middle of football heaven, and you can just go out there and be like, come on, if you win.
If you build it, they will come. But that's the thing.
And that's it, man. Y'all make sure y'all like and share. D, that's X. We still here. I guess the Lioness It Up versus Coastal Carolina, House of the Blind.
Central Connecticut, 12 o'clock, another noon game.
There's another noon game?
Another noon game.
Lioness It Up.
They should let us play at Trash Power, man. I'd rather go play.
And we'll drop this Tuesday or Wednesday when everybody's saying, man, we can still win the ACC. We out.